Hi, Snow Leopard. How are you? Stitch, are you reading my mind, girl? Hi, sweetheart. Cat, quiet. Jack is messing with a chicken. I think it's a chicken. Hey, what are you doing? Leave him alone. Hey. Hi, Sue. Oh, it's like as soon as I turn on the camera, Jack's got to act like a maniac. Jack, what is it, sweetheart? What? Okay, are we done? Can we be done? I've noticed a cat keeps coming out on the porch at night. Catch it on the camera. I think that might be what he's smelling. I don't know. He's driving me crazy. For real. And Sue says, and hi to the moo cow. I think Cat doesn't want me here. I have only been bugging her all day for a lot. I always want you here. Don't be silly. Nice KFC, right? I've been craving some KFC too. Not these guys though. They're taking dust baths out there where I used to have the fire pit. You can make fried chicken at home, but there really is nothing like some KFC fried chicken. Hi, Liz. Hi, Adrian. Adrian's got jokes. Wouldn't that be fun to get them together, Stitch? Jack has a crush on Sasha, and Sasha has a crush on Jack. They would love each other. Jack is a fool for a pretty girl. Sue says Yoga Squirrel may be losing his lunch spot. After the other tree broke a huge part off, that tree will be getting taken down and possibly Yoga Squirrels. They are cutting from the inside. Or they're rotting from the inside. I'm sorry, my glasses aren't working today. Well, squirrels are darn smart, you know? He'll just find another tree. But that is sad. Jack, I'm fixing to put you to bed, sir. You're being wild. I had a neighbor ask me if he had cut down a couple of my trees, but he doesn't offer to mow my lawn. So I don't think I'm letting him touch my trees. Okay, let me try this. Sahid says hi. Hi, Sahid. Sue says these trees are close to 60 years old. Man, I know. All right, I'm gonna go. Stop. That's enough. I am done with you. No more. No more, or you're going inside. All right? That's enough. No. Jack. I have no control. None. Zahid says, how are you? I'm great. It's been a great day. Jack. That's enough. No more. Sit down or go to bed. Down. Good boy. Good boy. I paid a lot of money for training. It ought to come and help. Every once in a while, huh, buddy? You've lost your mind today. Yes, you have. Yeah, it's been a great day. I got a lot done. If you go over there again, sir, sit down. Sit down. Sit. That's enough. Oh, my goodness. The trees are a one-time thing. That's why. Yeah, maybe. I just say, if you don't want to cut my grass, you certainly can't touch my trees. Who do you think you are? No, I'm sure he knows something I don't. He's an old timer, but as long as it's still standing, I'm not going to worry about it. Hi, Muhammad. How are you? Zahid, I'm in Tennessee in the USA. What about you? Jack. Mike says, cat, yo, baby. I don't know you like that. Zahid says, oh, okay. Where are you at, Zahid? Hey, Mike, how are you? You're in Pakistan. Now they're in my burn pile. Here. Oops, I'm just going to let you enjoy my monster. There he is. Grr, he's driving me crazy. Stitch, you are nothing. This boy. Hi, Emily. You're in home. Me too. What is it, Jack? Is it a mouse? A chipmunk? A squirrel? I have no idea. Stop. Stitch, you need to talk to him. Stop. Thank you. That's enough. Down. Lay down. Good boy. Here. You stay here. Oof. Oof, a lot. Mm-hmm. This is the troublemaker right here. Muhammad says, what a wonderful view. It inspires peace and reassurance. May the Lord bless you. Amen. Amen. I feel like I've already been blessed. I continue to be blessed. Zahid says, very beautiful place. Thank you. Emily says, how many chickens do you have? I have 10. 10 for now. They keep coming home, so I guess I'm going to stick with 10. Okay, better. I had to blow my nose. You have 7. Nice. I really only need about 2 or 3, but this is what I've ended up with. Did you see that cat? Oh my gosh. Good thing Jack didn't see this. There's a cat running around the edge of the property. That's all I need is for him to see that. What do you see, Bubba? The birds. Oh my goodness. Okay. Bless you, Jack. Let me tuck in this chair. Oops. Your pet's name is Bubba. No, I call him Bubba. I call all boy dogs Bubba. Hey, stop. That's Jack. His name is Jack. Buddy, I'm not going to leash on you. You better stop. It's a pet name for my pet. So he says, okay. Stitch, are you still around? She does that to me. She comes and she goes. Zahid says my English is not so good, so actually it's not too bad, Zahid. Hi, Renee. Renee says, hello, cat. Looks so peaceful. Somewhat peaceful, Jack. Jack is making things not so peaceful right now. Renee says, hi, everyone. Oh my gosh. I just love that picture, your profile cat. Is that one of your cats, Renee? I might have asked you about it because it's an orange cat, and I love orange cats. Mark Duncan says, hi from York, England. Well, welcome. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's pretty late there. It's actually tomorrow there. You're in the future. Welcome. Welcome, future. How's it looking over there? What birds do you have? Just the chickens. Just the chickens and the birds that like to hang out. Hello, you crazy cats and kittens, says JG. Hi, JG. How are you? Mark says the weather's great up here. Mark says, I love chickens and I'm a vegetarian. You know, I have to tell you, Mark, that these chickens are almost pets. Almost. Muhammad says, I'm back. Welcome back. Thank you, JG. I got really, really lucky with this property. It was not my first choice, but it was definitely mine. It was calling to me. Mark says, that's good. Haha. Yeah, I mean, we do eat eggs, but not, we have way too many chickens, to be honest. The chickens get fed their eggs more than I eat them. Jack, Jack, sir, that's enough. Oh my. Give me a blue tick. Well, I don't respond to demands. That's just me. But Zahid, if I see you around more, I'll definitely give you a blue wrench if you'd like. Let me get to know you a bit. Best I can do for you, Jack. You're driving me nuts. Okay. Mark says you really have a nice garden. Thank you. Hi, Selena. How are you? Thank you. Selena, out back, there is a emergency substation, and they land helicopters all down there all the time in my backyard. Not as much as they used to, but I have a real fascination with helicopters, if you can't tell. Making banana cake with my daughter. Blessings to you. Oh, sounds really good. Send me a piece, okay? It might still be good by the time it gets here. That's wonderful. I'm off to bed. Mark says I'm off to bed now, but before I go, I'll subscribe. Hey, thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. Muhammad says, hi, Selena. So he says, sorry, my boss. I am certainly not your boss. Zahid, I'm really glad to have you here. I appreciate you. Hi, DJ. How are you? I don't know if you can see the bird feeder. The cardinals are out. Move you over just a little bit. Jack, stop. Muhammad says, hi, DJ. And DJ says, I'm doing good, thanks. And you? I'm awesome, DJ. I don't know if you heard. I have no reason to complain, that's for sure. Because the chicken got lost. DJ says, hi, Muhammad. DJ, I know you've been around before. I'm going to subscribe to you and I'm going to add you as a standard mod. And the only reason I'm giving you a mod is just so you can get around, share your channel, and see other people's channels. Zahid, I'm no one's boss. Jack's boss, maybe, but that's a joke too. Muhammad says, I ask everyone to activate the bell button and subscribe to the channel with a like in order to support the channel. Thank you, Muhammad. Bless you, sir. Emily wants to know what kind of chickens. I have the white, Rhode Island whites, and the black ones are, I think, Australorps. There may be a different kind of black chicken mixed in, but I get confused, and I've given so many away I can't tell anymore. DJ says, I appreciate it. Thanks. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you keep coming back and visiting. Ooh, get that dust off, girl. Is that, let me see. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad. What does that mean? Is that a greeting? Emily says that's okay if you forgot. Yeah, they don't really seem to care. They're just happy to see me every morning and I let them out. I feed them occasionally, bring them fresh water. They're happy little guys. Girls. They're all girls. What kind of chickens do you have, Emily? Do you have fancy chickens? If I could do it over again, I'd start getting one of each. Some fancy chickens, some silkies. Muhammad says the glasses are terrible today. Welcome, Aslam Zahid. It means hello in Arabic, Cat&Jack. Okay. I don't think I've heard it before, which is the only reason I attempted to say it. Emily says, no, I don't have any fancy chickens. What kind of chickens do you have? Tomorrow I've got a new electric fence for the chickens and I'm going to put it up. I just been procrastinating on that because it's a job trying to figure out the electricity on it. Zahid says, thanks, Muhammad. Zahid, what do you do for work? Or what do you do with the majority of your time is a better question. Emily, I don't know what that is. It says or I almost want to say orangutans or fangatans. I've never heard of that. Let me look that up. Orpington. Is that what you mean? Orpington chickens? Looking at pictures of them now. I got pictures of monkeys and chickens. A lavender Orpington. Ooh, and how neat. Do you have lavender Orpingtons? Wow, how neat. That's really cool. I think I need one. I need one or two to mix in with my black and white chickens. Wouldn't that be funny? Hi, Nature Dog. How are you? We're discussing chicken breeds. Emily, what's called lavender. Oh, goodness. I have to look it up again. Orpingtons. They're pretty little grayish. They're pretty little grayish chickens. Kind of neat. Rod, hi. Oh my gosh, good to see you. DJ says, hi, Nature Dog. So he says, join in Lahore Paper Printing Press. I don't know what that is. Emily's laughing. Mohammed says, hello, Nature Dog Realms. Nature Dog says, I am really good. How are you, Cat and everyone? Cat's awesome, if you haven't heard. Spread the word. Okay, I'll stop. Nature says, hi, DJ. Oh, goodness. Y'all are challenging me with your names today. Yusef Ahmed says, hi, with exclamation marks. Hi, welcome. Everybody's saying hi. And Yusef says, you remember me? Um, no, I'm sorry. But I love the way you came in the room. That was awesome. Nature Dog says, hello, Mohammed. Sorry for the crazy caps. Nature Dog says, awesome. Mohammed says, it's okay, Nature. Nature Dog is sending love. Yusuf says I was in one of my old lives. You're the one from Egypt. Okay. I do remember that. I do remember a conversation with somebody from Egypt, and you're the only one I've met from Egypt, Yusuf. So welcome. Welcome back. Well, thank you, Yusuf. And the dog for sure, right? Can't forget Jack. Run over here and see the sunset. Oh, you're finally laying down. What a good boy. Sun going down is very pretty today. Excuse me. Bless me. Bless my heart. Here, I'm gonna bring you to Jack. He's finally being good. Finally, after he's part my porch, there is the boy, the love of my life, my best friend. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Yusuf. Oh gosh, I just missed that, Yusuf. Yusuf says, I just came to say hi, so now good. Bye for now. Bye, Yusuf. I promise I will remember you next time. My friend from Egypt. My only friend from Egypt. Stitch is back. Welcome back, Stitch. Yusuf says, next time you better remember me or I will give you a visit. Oh no. Stitch says, sorry, my dad was putting all his anger on me. I'm sorry, Stitch. Sometimes days just seem like that. Emily says, what a tip of a dog. He's something, that's for sure. Muhammad says, welcome back, Stitch. Muhammad, Stitch is having a rough time at home. Everybody's under stress and she feels like they're taking it out on her. Bless you, Cat and Jack. Thank you, Muhammad. I love being outside, but it just makes me sneeze. Oh, there he goes. What now, sir? Well, that lasted a whole 2 minutes. I'm gonna move. There we go. Because the cows are hanging out. There they are. The red cow is my favorite. And you're going to go up a little bit. There you go. Muhammad says, bye, Yusuf. Emily says, do you have any cats? I have 4. No, ma'am, no cats. And I struggle over getting another one because I just don't want to deal with litter boxes. Stitch says, I test tomorrow. So Stitch is under a lot of stress herself. She's doing her state testing for school. Isn't that cool? There's only one red cow. Of course there is. You hear those dogs, Jack? Is that what it is? Emily says, I'm praying for you, Stitch. Stitch is another redhead. Yep. I thought about naming my property something like Ginger Acres. Then I thought I'd have to grow ginger. And then I thought, that's okay because I love ginger and ginger's pretty easy to grow. I've thought about this a lot. Stitch says, thank you, Emily. Muhammad says, I will come back, guys, in 5 minutes. Okay, Muhammad, I'm probably going to be here unless it pours. I think we're good. DJ says, beautiful view. Thank you. Oh my gosh, this name. Basleo says, cow tip. It would be funny. Emily says, welcome, Stitch. And Stitch says, so what did you name your property? I haven't, but Ginger Acres would be it if I was going to name it anything. Cow tipping. These cows are not people cows, so I don't think they'd even let me get close enough. These are all mamas getting ready to have babies again. They don't put up with any nonsense. I'm going to put this umbrella down. Jack, you better behave. There we go. And that's done. Lovely. Best Leo. Okay. Best Leo says, hey, you should consider audiobook reading. You've got a soothing voice, at least in my opinion. Well, thank you so much. I've never noticed, but I do hear that. But I use my voice in my side gig. My voice is real important, so I am using it. Shirley says, I can't stay, Cat, but this is the most beautiful place I've seen in years. Shirley, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. And thank you. DJ's agreeing. Vasleo, where are you located at? Sydney. Beautiful, scary Sydney. Oh, wow. It's awesome. Why is it scary? Oh, Daniel says, did anyone else see Bigfoot in the distance? I thought I saw him way up there on that mountain earlier, but it was a little clearer. Oh, goodness. But then the clouds moved in, and I looked again, and he was gone. Oh, Basile says it's because I'm not from here originally, and I am not fond of reptiles and insects. Oh my. And you feel Sydney has more than its fair share? Chris says, hi, Stitch. Tana says, have a splendid night, youngster. Well, thank you. You do the same. Crack me up calling me youngster. Thanks for that. Stitch says, hi, nature. Miss Needle says, oh, it would be an understatement to say more than its fair share. Good thing is it makes up for it with its beauty. Yeah, I mean, I've only seen on TV. It looks beautiful. I've been watching a lot of travel shows just to see what's out there. What? Is your name Stu Jack? Where you at? I am in Northeast Tennessee, USA. Where are you at? Miss Lil says, you plan on traveling much? I never did before, but I'd like to, yes. I'm a little torn though because I really love home. Stu Jack says, we can't see you, we want to see you. Well, I can tell you I have some videos with me in them on my YouTube channel, and you're more than welcome to check it out. I've done lives where I sat in front of the camera and it's super uncomfortable for me. Like I said, I was never doing them again. This is much easier. What about you, Baslil? Do you travel? You said you're not from Australia where you're at now. So at some point you've done some traveling. Sue says, okay, don't worry. I see you like that. You don't know what that means. I don't know what a blouser is. That blouser you have. Yeah, like that blouser. Nope, don't understand. As Neil says, the thing is with the US is it's very large, so you can just start traveling within. Beautiful places in the US too. I love Nevada. Oh, Stitch says I'm traveling in 3 weeks and 2 days. Where are you going, Stitch? I'm traveling about that time too. Maybe we're going to the same place. Wouldn't that be exciting? One day, Stitch, if we stay friends and you get older and on your own, I'm sure we'll meet up. I'll invite you and Sasha over. I'm looking at my calendar to see exactly, since you know exactly the days. Calendar. May 1, 2, 2 weeks and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 weeks and 5 days I'm traveling. This Leo says, oh yeah, I do travel frequently. I relocated to Australia to join Virgin Atlantic. The airlines, Virgin Atlantic? And what do you do, Miss Leo? Oh, you're going to Connecticut. Oh, that's my home place, Stitch. Where in Connecticut? That blouse, that's red and white. Are you talking about a shirt? A blouse is a shirt to me. But I don't think I have anything red and white because I don't wear red. Clashes with my hair. Can you believe that? But still says, Stitch Lover, wishing you a memorable time. For sure. Why are you going, Stitch? What's in Connecticut? Yep, the airline. I am a first officer there. Wow. How cool is that? That's very cool. I'll tell you how cool it is. It's very cool. My daughter was going for a interview as a stewardess. And that morning, as she was driving, she got in a head-on collision. Not her fault. Somebody bounced into her. But that was definitely a sign that that was not something she should be doing. Stitch says, for my aunt's baby shower, and I don't know where at in Connecticut. Okay. Nature Dog says, oh, wow, goodness. Yes, goodness. Yeah, that's my girl. Her and cars. She's an interesting one. Selma. Hi, Selma. Yay. Selma says, hi, Stitch. Stitch says, is she okay? Yes, this was last year, Stitch. Stitch says, hi, Selma. And Best Leo, I don't want to miss you. It has its charms, yes, but most flights from Australia are long range, so they are hectic to operate. I can only imagine. Best Leo, with all the traveling you do, I'm surprised you don't have any content on your YouTube channel. Selma, oh no, here she comes with the blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 up the place. Selma says, I love you, Cat and Jack. I love you too, sweet Selma. I'm so happy you came by. Miss Lil says, oh, sorry to hear that about your daughter. I can only imagine that she was stopped from going to that interview for a very good reason. And if it took her getting into that car accident, it must have been a really, really good reason. This Lil says, "Oh, I am not made for social media. I like to keep life simpler, you know, but maybe it's a good idea to see into the future." I understand that. Selma says, "Nature dog, blah 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 blah. Blah up the place. We love you so much." Selma, where did you get this from? Where did you get the blah 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 from? From Harrison. How did I know that? You know, if my boyfriend did that to me, he might not be my boyfriend much longer. She says, "He started it." Nature Dog says, "Love ya." I love you, Chris. As Leo says, "What would you say was the best holiday destination you've ever been to?" Salma's sending kisses. We went to a lake in South Carolina. It was a magical place. We got really lucky and stayed at an Airbnb in South Carolina. And my family was there. It was Thanksgiving. It was pretty great. Selma says, "I am." I'm choking on it, Selma. Selma says, "I'm going to call my boyfriend Harrison at 8:30. We are. I know, Selma. I love you anyways." Selma's like, I'm like, in and out. Boyfriend, no boyfriend. Boyfriend, no boyfriend. Yes, you are. This Leo says, "Thanksgiving. I love how you Americans celebrate holidays. You guys are made for fun." It's so bland here in Australia. Really? Okay. Tortilla Chip said, "Hi. Hi. Are you from Frito Lay?" Frito Lay tortilla chips. Nature Dog says, "Ciao, everyone. I have you playing on my computer." Thank you, Chris. You know how much I appreciate you. There they are. No need to see my yard. Pretty good. The sky's pretty. Miss Stitch, are you here? Just want to check in with you before I end the live. Now that Chris is playing us in the background, we're going to end the live. Yes. Okay, Stitch. When I do end, I just want you to know I'm going to come back. I'll come back later, probably in the house. I might bring Debbie out. We'll see. Are you ready for tomorrow, Stitch? As ready as you can be? Elfish, hi. How have you been, Elfish? Basile says, so your daughter, what career path did she pick after the flight attendant thing didn't go as planned? Nothing. She's just doing side jobs, small jobs. She works for some family. Now she's got a lot of freedom being paid salary to answer phones, but she can go anywhere while she does that. She answers phones for a plumbing company, and she's just a backup. So even though she lives with me, she's now in Florida, just living her life. Stitch it. Okay, sis, and no, I'm scared. But you were scared about the English and language arts, which weren't your favorites. And you got through it. Elfish, how the heck are you? All's well. How are you? Well, Elfish, I don't know if you've heard, but I'm awesome. Really, no complaints. Elfish says, it was in the grapevine that you were. I'm glad it's getting around. I want to make sure everybody knows. No, I didn't complain about that, Stitch. Stitch thinks that she's been driving me crazy all day, and that's not true. She's laughing. So is that bird. I think Sue told me she has an app that tells her what kind of birds are making certain noises. I'm gonna have to look into that. Especially this laughing bird I've got. Elfie says, I've heard of that. Yeah. Your wife wants to learn the birdie noises. It would be nice to be like, oh, yeah, that's the such and such bird. I used to have a job taking care of oh, I just saw it move, but it's too dark to see. Move closer, little birdie. Nope, couldn't tell. Songahan, hi. How are you, Songahan? Are you enjoying the nature? I am. It finally cooled off a bit. So that's really nice because it was hot. And I wasn't by water. If it's hot, I should be by water. It's so much easier to just say, I hear a bird. It is, but curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat, but not this cat. Can't kill her. She's tough. My only problem is I have so many apps on my phone now. That occasionally I get told I need to delete some stuff. Well, the cows have left me. The chickens have left me. Who's my dog still here? Gaslil says, when did you secure this beautiful property of yours? It's so calming, the chirps of the birds. Thank you, Baslil. Those birds sometimes get obnoxious, though. I do love it. I got here maybe, let's see, I bought my car 2000, so about 2019. Hi, Baba. But as much as I love it here, I'm totally open to moving maybe downsizing, get a one-story home, a little easier to maintain. All right, I think I'm going to end the live so I can go close up the chickens and get Jack inside to eat. I will be back later though. I thank you all for hanging out. Basleil says, fairly recent, wow, much of large plots of land are antique within families. Same here, Basleil. Like the people who have property, they keep their property and they have so much of it. There's a plot of land next to me that I want. Ooh, hang on. This pasture of I would very much like. And I've talked to the owner, but it's family property. They don't get rid of much. Jackie, move over, buddy. I told him we just wanted enough property to build down there. It's about 12 acres. And there's our sunset. Stitch says, okay. Basleil says, all right, thank you. Have a great evening. See you around. Yes, please come back, Basleil. I really enjoyed talking to you. Okay, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for your time and your company. And you just have no idea what it means to me. I appreciate you all. Bye, guys.